Hello, in this video I'm going to run the print job costing report, which is in the sales job general reports folder. And this is available in the Redthorn SP system and the main system. So the print job costing report is a report that will give you a full view of costings for a job, whether it's a subassembly or parts of a subassembly or the full component with subassemblies. It will give you that full piece of information for the whole labour cost and material costs. Now, the other thing to note here is the print job costing is also the source of the auto job costing button. Now, the auto job costing button will allow you to run the maths for all job costings and bring them up to date. So that's particularly pertinent for sub-assemblies that may not have all their costs mathematically calculated. So the auto job costing is like a system cleanup routine. So prior to running the WIP report or job costing, it's worth just running auto job costing, and it will actually, for any jobs outstanding, it will auto cost them and bring them up to date. So you've got full and accurate costings. So it's kind of an administrative routine to do. Now I'm going to run a job here and just show the full information. I'll show full information. I've got a job, which is an old job, but it's got loads of data, which is very good to see. So it's worth using. I've used it before for display and amend job details. Global charge out rate. You can see the costing at a global charge out rate. So if you change this to a pound figure, you can also see the job costing based on a global rate rather than machine centre. So I'll leave it at £25 or $25, depending, maybe an Australian customer watching this. And here we go. So a lot of information on here, worth taking time over, but I'll run through it. Now I note this is a chassis with two assemblies, so this is top level. So you can see firstly, you can see the cost of the bought out parts and the materials, and also then the operation machine minutes and machine costs. And therefore you can then see the time booked and time allowed. I've actually got an employee cost here because against Tom Roots I've got my wages costs in employee maintenance set for Tom Roots. So I can't remember, I think it's £25 an hour or something. So because I've booked 20 minutes against this job, it's recorded some employee costs. So machine centre cost, and it's also recording some employee costs, or showing the employee costs anyway. So moving down, you can then see costs based on an order quantity of 20, which is what the job was, total labour value, total unit cost, unit materials issued, so you can see we actually issued and recorded exactly what was estimated, cost based on that global rate of £25, what the estimate was, or it's an actual set of global and estimate, and you can see the labour recovery rate here and additional markup. Scrolling down for the next information, you can see here we can see more information of the how the time was booked against this job. Not very well, as it turns out, but it's just because we were creating data. Time allowed, time taken, and all the costing is against the CNC mill. In fact, it was recorded time, it's just we just have a charge out rate against the CNC mill, and you see total material costs. So you've got the totals here on the report, and then scrolling down again, you will then see the first of the sub-assemblies. So exactly the same details for the sub-assemblies, which are going into the material costs above. Same information again for the sub-assemblies. And then you'll get the second of the sub-assemblies, 1 to 8, same information. So job costing is the full view of all the costings associated with a job. And that might lead you on to looking at the cost margin report in the next video, which gives you the profit and loss against the job.